It ain't over till it's over. Mountain 7 stands alone in Region D and chaos in tornado country. Welcome to episode. Welcome to episode 3.9, gentlemen. Let's get straight into the business of this week. Before we do anything, we'd like to recognize our sponsors: CarQuest Auto Parts, Hurley Pharmacy, Economy Drug, located in the Grundy Plaza, the Wooden Horse Grill in Hurley, Grundy Auto Sales, Buchanan Therapy Services, Buchanan General Hospital, and of course BELLACINO'S right here in Grundy, Virginia. Thank all of our sponsors and encourage you to patronize. All right, fellas, let's jump straight into last week's recap. But before I do that, how was your week?
Well, I was sick. I got real sick this weekend, last Thursday, and I was told by the doctors that it was because of the Johnson & Johnson shot that I took.
Really?
That's what they said.
You told me it's food poisoning.
From BELLACINO'S.
That's a good one. All right.
That was a couple of days after you left here.
Pretty good week. Busy week, though.
Mountain 7?
Yeah, Mountain 7's all left standing.
Well, just because
Was there any doubt?
just because Union got lucky, Graham had 15 player starters out.
4C, 1C, boom.
I know you're glad Union won. You'll beat them by 60.
Oh boy, here we go.
I don't want to play at the end.
Well, I will say this, that I started to wear this mask over my face in shame
Pick.
of my pick, because I made the comment that I thought the Southwest District might be just a little bit better than the Mountain 7. I did say that, and I now have a big plate of crow here in front of me. I'm going to start eating here in just a minute.
But on the real, it's not. This year it's not close, I don't think. Don't even think it's in the ballpark.
Well, I mean, it's not close. You was up 50-0 on Tazewell. And you said, they're going to be close. They're going to come out, their speed, they're going to get out in the open. Yeah, when you let them.
Well, we hadn't seen a Southwest District play at Mountain 7 yet.
Well, everybody was that was one of the things. We went into the playoffs totally blind because all we seen was people playing each other.
I did after the whistle fans, you all heard it right here, 3 or more touchdowns, easy win.
You did call that. You did call that. I will give you credit for that. You sure did. Let's take a look at some scores.
You picked Graham.
And you did.
And you did.
I did pick Graham, but I didn't know they had 15 starters out.
They didn't have 15 out.
They had 4. I know it.
I know Bradshaw didn't play.
I heard they had up to 7 players, but I'm not sure about that.
I'm just saying we didn't know that.
Well, they only beat Tazewell. They only beat Tazewell by
Don't matter. They
overtime.
beat Union if Bradshaw plays. They beat Union.
So Tazewell beat Union?
I'm not saying that.
No.
Graham played Union.
Well, I'm just saying, look at Graham and Tazewell. They beat them in overtime.
In the rain.
And I'm just saying, right now it's no comparison.
A healthy Graham beat Tazewell by 1, and you're saying there's no comparison because
healthy Graham beats Union. Or if Graham has all their players.
Union beats Tazewell. Ridgeview beats Tazewell. Ridgeview beats Graham.
Union don't beat Graham with Bradshaw playing. Easy there.
I don't know.
Well, you was the one saying a gift all the time. Gift. So,
well, if you were so confident, why'd you pick Graham?
I was. Hey, what we say? To be the man, you gotta beat the man, right? We didn't know, but after this weekend, we seen.
But you really don't know. Yeah, Union beat them, but they didn't beat the Graham team. Full Graham team.
After we played Tazewell, I'm not so sure
that they would. That's what I get what you're saying.
Yeah, after we played Tazewell, I'm not so sure. How good.
Well, it comes back down to the matchups. You always say so and so.
So basically, you're saying Union ain't any good. If you think Graham's no good, Union beat them barely.
Not what I'm saying.
Oh.
I'm just saying the Mountain 7 is head and shoulders. Gate City probably.
So Bradshaw does no factor.
All right, I'll posit this question. Could Gate City?
Hey, Union couldn't help what happened.
I understand that, but all right. So Bradshaw don't help Graham at all.
Oh, yeah.
And it was tied. It was 24-24.
Union still wins.
Okay. You think the Gate City would beat Thatcher?
That would be a close one, my friend. Probably. That'd be a close one.
Well, I
No
think that
love for the
summarizes what you're saying.
SWD, boys.
That summarizes it up right there then, because if Gate City.
But he picked Graham.
Yeah, but well,
We had senior. I mean, we didn't know we
he was
hadn't had
giving
no
them benefit-
matchups.
He was giving them the benefit of the doubt.
So Bradshaw don't make sense.
No,
I'm
giving
not saying
Graham
benefit of the doubt. I'm not saying Bradshaw don't make that. I'm saying Union won, they still win.
I'll tell you this, even if it was 24-24 and that quick pitch was out there, he don't outrun Bradshaw to the end zone or grab his leg like that one kid did and fall down.
I don't know.
I didn't see that one. Well, let's go real quick before we get into these playoff games. Just going to hit the scores on these +1 games. Ridgeview, Trenton Atkins closed it out. 3 touchdowns, 146 yards rushing. Ridgeview beats Richlands 38-34. That's a team right there that I think.
Which I watched a little bit of that guy. Boy, Ridgeview was up by 30.
Yeah, they were.
Here's the deal. Ridgeview, they don't lose those 2 games, they could be playing for a region.
Nobody's denying that.
Ridgeview misses out on 3 games because of COVID.
Is Ridgeview the second best team in the Mountain 7? Yes, they are. Because you beat them first game. I mean, could they beat you? Maybe, but we'll see. It happens.
It does.
I mean,
story of the game, Richlands, well, we'll get into that part later on, but Gavin Cox, 222 yards passing, lead Richlands down. They were actually down 31-7 with 3 minutes to go in the third quarter.
And then took the lead.
And actually took the lead, and then
Atkins put it in.
Atkins scored there. So I hate to see both of Richlands, in my opinion, looked a little bit like the old Richlands with the onside kicks and stuff, and the special teams playing a role, and it may have had a lot to do with Jeff Tarter being on the sideline for the Blues. But we'll go on from there. Twin Valley defeats Bland 44-6. Xavier Ward had 165 yards rushing on 18 carries, 5 touchdowns for the Panthers. Dalton White, 9 tackles, Garrett Horton, 7, Matthew Lester was 6 to lead Twin Valley's defense. First winning season Panthers had since 2016. Overall pretty good.
Chief coach.
Yeah.
Or since the intern.
Interim. He was the interim.
Since I was the interim coach.
Since he was the interim.
Your guys, Real Retreat, found the game the last second and went up and played Allegheny, and they had to travel to go do
Oh,
that.
did they?
Yeah, they got Allegheny 41-12. Had 3 running backs over 100 yards rushing.
Well, Royal Treat had a good team. It's
Yeah,
just
they're
both
good.
Holston and everybody. That district was pretty a whole lot better this year.
It really was.
Well, Grundy didn't have a bad team. I mean, Black Diamond District was down, but 5-2. And
Yeah, I mean, finished 5-2.
But
So Allegheny falls 41-12 to Rural Retreat. Chilhowie just squeaks by Northwood 21-14. Actually, Jordan Williams from Chilhowie scooped up a fumble or fell on a fumble or something other with about 10 minutes remaining in the game. And I think it may have been in the end zone, or either he ran it in for a touchdown. That was the difference in the game. Northwood struggled all year to score, and Chilhowie has not been Chilhowie struggled to score all year. And Northwood has apparently gotten a little bit better, so and what turned out to be a pretty good game for them. And then Grundy over East Side 35-19. Ian Scammell 258 yards rushing on 42 carries. It reminded me back when Coach Rowe had Coleman Boyle and
Timmy Rutherford.
Yeah, Rutherford and Coleman. They just just ran the ball. Grundy did the same thing there. 5 touchdowns for Ian Scammell. Will Stansbury did well for East Side. He had a couple touchdown passes, 119 yards passing for them. So let's take a look at the playoff games that we picked, and these were pretty solid ball games. At least 2 or 3 of them were. Union, let's start with that one. Union and Green.
Shocker.
30-24.
We already talked about it. We've already talked about it. Just go on.
Johnny Satterfield, 59-yard touchdown run. Union debated.
What if that's in his genes?
It may have something to do
His
with
daddy was pretty good back in the day.
Yeah.
Eric.
He
Well,
looked
what
pretty
about
quick.
the decision, 59 yards away, the decision
You're playing for overtime. They ain't trying to score.
the decision not to kneel the ball I said, yeah, we'll toss it in, and if something happens, it happens, if it doesn't,
Hey, they're a 4 out of 1 what they got to
That's
lose.
right.
Yeah,
So-
and but most people would just went ahead and took a knee and went on in, played the overtime, especially on the road.
Travis got too much of his daddy in him.
That's
Do that.
Well, that, and what they did was unzip them book bags and backpacks, and it told them just to run the pitch.
Mhm.
And it won
Or
it
what
for
was
them.
it? Maybe that's what's in that backpack.
And you can go back to what we was talking about earlier. If Bradshaw plays, they might not have won, but guess what? He did.
Well, right before.
I agree.
Now listen, the play, I think it was the play before that. Okay, Graham gets a pass into the end zone, and it's like, just
Yeah.
inches away from being a touchdown. It could have ended the game.
But we all thought, me, you, and even him, didn't think it would really be within 3 touchdowns. Probably.
No,
Well,
I thought
and
Graham about
But we had
41
we had the rumor that they
28
might
or
have some
something like
players
that.
out, and we really didn't know, but did we think that Union was gonna go and beat them? No.
Well, and here's another thing. Fritz been running the ball all over everybody. He had 98 yards rushing, but here's the thing. He had 83 yards of that on the first play of the game.
Yeah.
And then he fumbled the ball back. So what that means he comes around, he gets what, 98 to 83. We're talking somewhere in the ballpark, 15 yards rushing the rest of the game.
Yeah.
And evidently the Union's defense was game. Had to be. And Union has yet to lose on Graham's Field.
Turner is 100%
Yeah.
on the Patron. But you know what it was, guys? I wasn't going to tell this, but I got it some inside scoop. They got in over at Graham a little early. They got into Coach Palmer's office, got the Patron out. They drank it and then refilled theirs up with water.
Water.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah.
The Patron
You
was
just-
water.
You just answered the question
Yeah.
everybody had. There you
I
go.
wasn't going to say it, but
All right, well, Union advances, Mountain 7, Grand Falls 30-24, and we'll have the clip of that play here that we'll show it to you in just a little bit. Holston 46, Castlewood 7.
no comment.
Q Brooks, that's all I got to say, Q Brooks, 211 yards passing, 5 touchdown passes, had 47 yards rushing.
No comment.
Castlewood had 3 turnovers, first 4 possessions of the game.
When you throw the football and you got a quarterback like that, you're going to win a whole lot of games. You're
Well,
going to make
that-
a lot of teams look,
You're right.
decent teams look bad.
Well, I don't want to take anything away from Holston, but I'd like to see Jeremiah Allen. He went down the second play of the game, I think it was, with an ankle injury. He doesn't go down, maybe that,
30 to 7.
Yeah. Maybe
We'll give them
Hey.
16 points.
Hats off to Holston, man, playing for
Yeah.
a region title
Absolutely.
a couple years ago.
And I think they might win it.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I remember, guys, years back in the 90s, I went over and applied for a job one time, and I had a booster from Holston tell me, when I told him one of my goals would be to win a regional championship
That's
game.
why you didn't get it.
Yeah, he told me that, said, you don't understand, and I told him, I said, well, that's part of the problem.
Pardon me for a second, y'all keep talking about this
It
game.
looks to me like Coach Patterson's got things figured out over there. And,
Oh, yeah, doing a great job.
and,
Great
you know,
job.
and here they are.
But again, one person, and if it's at quarterback, it makes that big of a difference.
And he
You
is
can make
that
a
big.
lot of people better.
I tell you what, if and not knocking them again, you take that kid off the field, and you're looking at 26-18, 26-16 ball game.
That's right.
Somewhere around there. He's that.
Or maybe 16-8,
Yeah, he
or
could
12,
be.
18-12 or something.
He's literally that good. So Holston 46, Castlewood 7. Holston advanced to the Region D championship game. Next one, their opponent will be J.I.
Hold on, he's back. Did you need any more help? We had to throw a couple, what's it called?
I don't know.
When people eat in the restaurant.
What about it?
He just had to throw a couple out, guys.
I'm bouncing.
That's what happened.
Bro.
He just had to throw 2 pedestrians out on
I had to
the.
go put some pizzas in the oven.
All right, so J.I. Burton 24, Patrick Henry 20.
We felt like that's how it was going to go. I mean, I think I picked Patrick Henry with a little upset, but it went. I mean, it was a good game. They said.
Burton scored all of their points in the second quarter, all 24 points. PH had an 8-0 lead on them, and that was early in the first quarter, I think. And then after that, it was Burton and PH had to play from behind. PH was on a 5-game winning streak. And probably even more importantly, PH had beat Burton the last 2 times they met in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So Burton got a little bit of revenge. That's shaping up to be a pretty good playoff rivalry the last 3 or 4 years.
And a good season by Seth Paget there.
It was a good season.
So J.I. Burton will now face Holston in the Region D championship game.
About had we had it figured out. I mean, you either had Norton at 1 or Holston at 1, or Norton at 2, Holston at 1. So.
All right, our next big game here. Before we get to our game of the week, Galax 41, George Wythe 21. Cole Pickett 4 touchdowns for Galax, 100 yards total offense, 2 interceptions. Kid did everything. That's the kid that's walking on at Tech for Galax. So Galax advances as well. Now, here's the game that you were at. Wise 39, Tazewell 20. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, just a big explosive first half, man. We got a couple turnovers, and just a hats off to our offensive line, man. They dominated that football game. And by looking at Tazewell, their size of our kids, you would never imagine that. But we came off the ball. I don't think we had a carry under 8 yards first half. And I mean, we just.
Well, Crabtree had like 4 or 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, we did. We had some turnovers. We had a couple interceptions, some game changers, momentum, and we just got on quick, 32-0. And
I don't even know if you call that getting on quick. That's just flat getting on.
Yeah,
3 touchdowns, I said. Y'all can rewind it and watch it from last week.
But like I said, hats off to the Central offensive line because they gave the business to them.
In the third quarter, Tazewell kind of got a little bit of edge.
That's because Luke put the 8th and 9th grade in. Rested.
Luke actually said, and I don't know who talks like this anymore, but he said that CJ ran the ball dag burn hard. Who says that dag burn anymore?
I've seen that. Somebody else said that too the other day. But
Foghorn Leghorn said it.
Hats off to all the running backs, man. All the running backs ran hard, ran well. Like I said, offensive line was blowing them off the ball.
Well, you got a line you can run. Congratulations to C.J. Crabtree, the all-time leading scorer for Wise Central.
Absolutely, I think he scored the first 5 touchdowns. I don't know, but he had a night. So.
All right.
Well, thank goodness that California banned plastic straws.
You said it the whole time. Yeah, you said the whole time Wise being the championship.
I've been saying it since week 1.
All right. Well, here we go. So there you have it. That's our playoff matchups. We've got Union and Wise squaring off, Mountain 7 Region D finals, and we've got Holston and J.I. Burton. We'll pick those games a little bit later.
You know, I didn't give our defense enough credit either because they had 3 or 4 turnovers, and their defensive line played awesome. Had a couple big sacks the first half too, and just helped us, get the ball back in good field position, and just took it from there. So defensively, we played really well too.
All right.
Except a couple big plays in the end. Well, I ain't gonna say that 8th graders in there, but they got 2 scores on.
All right, 9th graders, 8th graders can't play in Virginia.
All right, it's time for our Conspiracy of the Week, brought to you by Krieger's Gumball Machine. For the absolute best quality gumballs in town, drop in a quarter and watch them go around. Krieger's Gumball Machine, BELLACINO'S, only 25 cents. All right, let's see what we got here. Conspiracy of the Week, Area 51 in Nevada Desert is apparently a secret government research facility where they perform autopsies on aliens and experiment with UFOs. Y'all heard that?
I don't know about that, but they've been 2,000 sightings of Bigfoot in Washington State.
Speaking of Bigfoot, the wood booger over in Wise, have you seen it?
Yeah.
Church has seen it, man.
Church goes over.
Church tries to find them every other weekend. Has anybody found him?
No, I've ran into some amateur Bigfoot hunters while out camping. This is the God's honest truth. And they had these guys probably had $10,000 worth of equipment in the back of their truck. It was unreal, infrared cameras and everything.
Over at the Woolly Booger?
No, it's close. Yeah, they were over at Hungry Mother Park.
Yeah.
And but they'd heard they was going to Norton and they was going to Saltville to look for them. I haven't seen one yet, but if you do, folks, let us know. We would love to hear your Bigfoot or your wood booger story. All right, now a big talk segment brought to you by Wooden Horse Grill, located in Hurley, Virginia. Food so good and make your tongue want to slap your brains out. Check out the entrees at the Wooden Horse Grill. All right, big talk segment. It's a good one. Richlands coach Thad Wells accepts position with UVA. I'm interested to hear your all's take on this. I do have a quote, but something that was interesting in the game the other night was that former long-time Richlands assistant Coach Tarter was on the sideline in the inner position for Richlands against Ridgeview, and Coach Wells was absent and received quite a bit of negative commentary, I guess you could say, on social media and stuff.
Well, I was told that he wanted to coach the game, and it's funny to me.
I'm sure UVA would have waited till Monday on him.
No, it wasn't. I mean, he went and did it Friday, so it wouldn't. The way I took it is that he went in on Friday, said, I'm accepting another job. I mean, this is all hearsay that I'm resigning after tomorrow's game. Mm-hmm. And basically he was told, no, you're not, you are now. Well, and you know, here's what gets me. And you know, I've known Richlands, known a lot of people from Richlands a lot of years and everything. Something's going on. They used to be good at, I mean, everything. Like, they've been on top of baseball, football, everything. Oh, yeah. It just seems like somebody or something is running people off.
I would have to agree with you.
I don't know if it's from administration. I don't know what, but every time you turn around, they're getting a new coach here, a new coach there, doing this, and somebody leaves. Well, it's Greg Manflett. And you know if they made it worth his while, he would still be there.
Yeah, he would.
So something, no.
I'll still be at the beach.
Well, I think it's
not with you, with wife still working in the county.
I agree with what you're saying. You know, you got anybody
something else is going on.
It's ever coached, and I don't know. I can't say this that I know anything, but I know that there has to be a good relationship at the administrative level with the coaches in order for there to be a lot of not just continuity, but to be success. And if that is the problem, then maybe it's not these coaches. A lot of people are I watched the 9 or 10 minute video that he put out. Seemed to me like the guy wanted to be there at the game, did not want to leave the kids high and dry, and did not have an option. He was told, and according to his words, he was told that you're not going to be at the game and you can go ahead and resign, just like Coach Krieger said. If that's the case,
why wouldn't you tell him after that?
I fault the administration or whoever it is that made him do it.
I mean, I don't, like I said, he's trying to, feels like he's doing the right thing by going ahead and telling them so they don't, all right, after this game, I'm going to quit and I'm gone.
Yes.
It ain't like he just quit. I mean, he got a better job.
And there's probably not a coach in the area or in the country that would not have accepted the offer that he got.
Right.
To go work at UVA doing something that it's a lifelong dream of his. Some people are going to question and say, well, why did he have to do it at this time? Listen, when a job like that comes open, they want to know if you're going to take it now. Yeah. And he probably had to tell them now that, yes, I'll take it. And
I think the administration tried to embarrass him, in my opinion. That's the way I feel.
I think that's, I think it's plausible.
It's them saying, hey, we must have hired the wrong guy. It's a slap in our face that he's leaving, so we're going to embarrass him. And it's looked like they've done that to a lot of coaches, from basketball to baseball to football. I mean, it just seems like I don't understand. I mean, something's got to, I don't know. Athletics at Richlands is not what it used to be.
His quote, and I'll read it. This is a quote, a statement he gave the Bristol Herald Courier was, "The players and coaches were such a joy to be around every day. Having the opportunity to coach at my alma mater and spend this year with the amazing people in the Richlands community has been a huge blessing for my family. It's just such a special place. The community support is and always has been outstanding. I'm very grateful." So, I mean, it doesn't sound like someone who's angry or bitter as he goes out the door. A great opportunity presented itself. He jumped on it, and
well, you've seen even Coach Tarter, I think, said that he didn't blame him for what he did, and so
it is what it is. And Congratulations to Coach Tarter. Could very well.
I think that was his last game too.
Yeah.
I think he retired.
Yeah, I think he has.
He said he was tired.
Yeah, said he was done, and he's been there. See, he's been there a long time.
Well, and it was a tribute to him, sort of
That's
letting him
right.
feel in that spot there. And unfortunately, they didn't get to win, but they made a heck of a rally. And it did remind me from following it on Twitter and stuff. And then I did watch just a few clips of it on NFHS. It reminds you of old Richlands football, the way they started coming back here.
Yeah.
So that's our Big Talk segment brought to you by the Wooden Horse and Grill.
But good luck to Coach Wells.
Yes, and whomever gets the job there at Richlands.
And that's going to be interesting.
Very
All right, let's all three name somebody.
I think it's a good one. I'll go. You want me to go first?
Yeah.
I'll go first. The next football coach at Richlands High School will be Greg Mance.
The next football coach at Richlands High School, I feel like will come within. I think it will be Aaron Lowe.
I'm going to go with Aaron Lowe.
Okay. All right. So
We already know it's
I've
not
heard
going to
rumors
be
of a
Lance.
Carroll guy from North Carolina.
Joey Carroll.
Joey Carroll.
Joey Carroll.
I've heard
I
rumors about him.
think him, and now rumor has it that they reached out to Graham, Coach Graham, is that the DB? Is that the coach that used to be at DB? What's his name?
I'm sure.
He's a retired coach, but I feel like, again,
Graham Clark.
Yes,
Yes, Graham Clark.
that's who it is. But if it's done right, and if you want to keep it get it back, you have to hire somebody at the end, leave them alone, let them be, but I don't think the administration can do that.
Well, and I will question with the Aaron Lowe situation. I don't know the other guy's situation. I don't know if the administration over there would be favorable to hiring a football coach that doesn't work in the school system.
You're right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, maybe they are, but we'll find. I mean, they use them in basketball and other sports, so maybe they will be. But that'll be an interesting thing to follow. All right, up next we have our CarQuest Auto Parts Peak Performer of the Week. No brainer. Peak Performer of the Week this week is Mr. Johnny Satterfield for the Union Bears and his 59-yard game-winning touchdown run against Graham Gallup. So congratulations to Mr. Johnny Satterfield from the Union Bears on being our CarQuest Auto Parts Peak Performer of the
Have you
Week.
showed that clip yet, or now we showing?
Yeah, I will show that clip right now. All right. All right, Phil, heck of a run, wasn't it?
Great run.
Great run.
Wonder why.
Mind you back
well,
there, your old bootleg back in the day.
One of that kid right there looked like he pulled up, had a hamstring, or might have had it.
Lord have mercy. All right, so congratulations to Johnny Satterfield once again. All right, up next is our BELLACINO'S Player of the Year. And this year's Player of the Year is Mr. Ian Scammell from Grundy High School. Let's take a look at him.
Hey guys, we're here with our BELLACINO'S Player of the Year, Mr. Ian Scammell from Grundy High School. Finished the season up with 1,100 yards on 200 carries, averaged 156 yards a game, and led the Grundy Golden Wave to a big 5-2 record, and ended the season on a big win. And Ian, talk a little bit about the season and shortened season and how y'all finished up on a positive note.
With this short season, right after wrestling season, it was kind of weird getting back into things,
Right.
So it took a few weeks to get us in there, and I believe if we had one more week of practice, we would have probably finished 5-1 or 6-1 around there.
I got you, man.
And with all the playoffs.
Good deal, man. You had a big season for them. We had a big season last year, and also coming off another state title in wrestling. You're a 2-time state champion, and now you're a BELLACINO'S Player of the Year, and had 2 great football seasons, man. We look forward to seeing you in the next 2 years on the football field and the mat. Congratulations. Appreciate you.
Coach. All right, congratulations to Ian Scammell from Grundy High School being our BELLACINO'S Player of the Year. Up next, we have our Economy Drug, located in the Grundy Plaza, brings to you the Did You Know segment. Did you guys know that Brett Favre's first completed pass was to himself?
Deflection.
Got deflected. He caught it and lost 2 yards. It was against the Buccaneers. The 85 Bears, the 2000 Ravens, probably two of the greater defenses, the Steel Curtain that Pittsburgh had, some of the best Super Bowl defenses of all time. But the Akron Pros back in 1920 shut 13 straight opponents out, and that's something that nobody has ever duplicated in professional football. I know it's back in the 20s, but still, they've got a 13-game shutout record. You guys know when the NFL draft comes along, they're on the clock. Well, the Vikings are one of the few teams to ever let the clock actually expire.
Detroit did too one time, didn't they?
Yeah, they had, the Vikings let it expire twice. They had 7 picks. Well, they were pick number 7. They let the clock expire, and before the Vikings could come in and make a pick, the Jaguars, the Panthers picked up, and the Vikings ended up picking 9th. So they actually got 2 teams jumping in front ahead of them. But it worked out good for them. They drafted a lineman, Kevin Williams. He stayed there for 10 years. So 3 interesting facts about football that we did not know. All right, up next we have our Hurley IGA Top 5, and this is our final Top 5 of the season. And I'm going to go ahead and jump in with my 1A, and you guys can follow after if you want to. My 1A, I've got number 5, Rural Retreat. Number 4, Castlewood. Number 3, Patrick Henry. Number 2, J.I. Burton. And number 1, Holston. Now, I've had Burton number 1 all year, but after the performance this past weekend, I moved Holston to number 1.
All righties. Mine's a little similar to yours. Got a couple shakeups, but not for switches. But all right, at number 5, I got the Castlewood Blue Devils. At number 4, I got the Rural Retreat, the Engines. Number 3, I got the Patrick Henry Rebels. Number 2, I got the John I. Burton Raiders. And number 1, I'm going with the Holston Cavaliers to take off the region title.
All right.
All righty. I got George Wythe at 5. Patrick Henry at 4. Royal Retreat still sitting at 3. Still think they're a couple plays go their way. They're just as good as the rest of them, giving Royal Retreat the dap. Have Burton at 2, which I've had for the past 4 weeks now. They're just now on the bandwagon. Holston Cavaliers is your 1A region champions.
All right, 2A. I got Ridgeview at 5. Tazewell finishing the season out at 4. Graham finishing the season out at 3. Union at 2. And I've got Wise at 1.
Warriors. All righty, my 2A top 5. I ain't got it wrote down, but I'm looking at your list here. I'm going to flop it around. Let's see what I got here. So at number 5, I am going with the Graham G-Men at number 5. At number 4, no, let me shake that up. Let me see.
Here we go.
Number 5, I'm going with the Bulldogs.
Bulldogs, that's a good pick.
Number 4, I'm going with the Graham G-Men. Number 3, I'm going with the Ridgeview Wolfpack. Number 2, I'm going with the Union Bears. And number 1, I'm going with the Central Warriors.
First time.
First time, baby.
Hey,
Yeah, but look who they're playing this week. Anybody pick them number 1.
who you have, Coach?
All right, my top 5. Number 5 coming in for the first time. I got the Gate City Blue
I was
Devils
going to say that.
at number 5. At number 4, I've got the John Battle Truck. At number 4. At number 3, I've got the Graham G-Men. And at number 2, I've got the Union Bears. And number 1, the one that matters that I've had since day 1, Y Central Warriors. There you go, Union. You are welcome. You can thank Mr. Satterfield and Mr. Bradshaw for not playing.
All right. I actually like your top 5. I think yours is the.
I've tossed around my head Tassel and Gate City at number 5.
In there, trying to think another 2. Put it in there, and I couldn't real quick.
All right, well, our Hurley IGA top 5 brought to you each week by Hurley IGA. Meat trays, fruit trays, vegetable trays, you name it, they got it, plus the area's widest selection of meats. So stop by and see Hurley IGA, folks. Thank them for
Guys, there's one thing about it. IGA is running out of meat. It's been beat so hard for the past year that it's gone. You better get out there. They're going out of business. People, I mean, you can't beat their meat, and people's figured that out. And they beat it pretty hard for a year, and it's about gone.
All right. Now brought to you by Grundy Auto Sales is Stump the CRIG. Each week at this time we try or attempt to stump the CRIG, and we have possibly the question to stump him with this week. We've been told by the authorities that this may be the question. We have a hermetically sealed envelope that has been in a bank vault and it has been under the guard of armed security for the last 7 days, and it was recently delivered here in a brakes armored truck. And we now have it. I have not seen the question. You have not seen it. Is that correct?
I have not.
I have not. All right. All right, so here's the question. Let's take a look at it, see what's in it. This is a good one. This may be the question.
Yeah.
Why do you need an appointment to see a psychic?
Because you need the psychic to tell you needed an appointment. That was easy. You pay the psychic. She says you need the appointment with the psychic, but you already had it. See, she already knew.
Got it.
With another psychic?
With another psychic.
That makes my head hurt.
So they referred you to another psychic?
No, they referred you to the same psychic. But they knew you was coming in the door, so that's why they took your money. Said, you need to see a psychic. Says, well, I'm here. Says, we know.
I'm going to be honest with you, that's brilliant. That's a brilliant answer. That might be the best answer you've ever given. The space-time continuum just ripped. All right. Well, that being said, we failed once again to stump the CRIG. We're going to go straight into our Buchanan General Hospital pigskin prognostications. This week we've got 2 big games to pick, fellas. And so it's not going to take us a lot of time. Buchanan General Hospital sponsors this segment, so let's get straight at it.
Let's just do the 2A first. Y Central by 3 touchdowns.
Okay.
All right, that's easy.
Let's get a
All right,
score
go
on
ahead,
it. Let's
Keith.
get a score on this.
Y Central 34 to 18. They put the 9th graders in at the end.
Y's 34 to 18.
Yes. No, 34 to 6.
Oh man, 34 to 6. All right.
T just don't get it done this week. Wise's defense playing too good.
Okay, I'm gonna pick Wise in this one too. I think Union's going to be more prepared and won't make the same mistakes they did last time, especially in the first half. I don't think you'll see much of a forward out of them.
Then they just run the dive, the belly, and then the down, and it don't matter what they're in.
I'm going to call this one. I think it's going to be a little bit closer, but closer than what you think. I'm going to call it 31 to 12. Wise.
We won't make Greg pick.
I think it's going to be a tight ball.
He's going to say, that's right. I don't want to hear him say 14 to 12.
Like I said, I don't want to play a team twice, guys, and especially Travis Turner.
Yeah,
I don't want to play him twice, and but it is what it is. So I think we're I think we're looking at a.
Where are you going?
I'm going to Union game.
Okay, got your backpack on.
Here's the thing: if our defense can shut the T down, we're going to be fine. I think. But if that T gets rolling, everything else is going to open up. So we got to have a good game defensively, and I'm going to say tight ball game, defensive ball game, 21-14, Wise.
Okay, next big game, 1A Region D championship game. We've got Holston.
I'm going with Holston. And now score-wise, I'm going to say 28-18.
28-18.
Holston.
I think that's a pretty good. I like it. That's good.
Missing some extra points and may
Yeah.
have to go for 2.
I'm also going to pick Holston in this one, but I think it's going to be even closer. I'm going to call it 21-20 Holston. Oh, by the way, I will mention this. You guys remember the safety game in the state semifinals to go to the finals when Jimbo Adams was coaching.
And it's 2-0.
Yeah, 2-0.
Yeah.
Remember that game?
That was at Emory.
Yeah, it was at Emory. That was a big 7-2 team.
This game will be played at Emory, and your all's game's going to be played at UVA, right at Wise.
Which one?
These got to be neutral sites.
No, this is we're hosting.
Yeah, it's the
next one.
Yeah.
Is
The
it
next
right?
one we're hosting, if we was to win.
So you're going to host at home. I argued with somebody that, and they about convinced me
I think it's
of all
Region D's
people.
turn to
It's
host.
Region D's turn.
Yeah, but somebody said that the region final game had to be at a neutral site. So is that wrong?
I don't think so. I
If
think
if Graham had a won,
Well, basketball wasn't
if
like
Graham
that.
had a won, they was the way our conference was. I think they was a 1 and we were a 1. It would have been neutral site. But we're a Union 1. We got the
Oh,
host,
okay.
I think.
Gotcha.
I believe that's the way it went. I'm not sure, but
you're
anyway,
gonna
I think
host
this game's
either.
going to be a tight one. I'm going to say 28-22 Holston. Coach Patterson is going to pull it off. 28-22 in a close game. Good season by both teams. Jacob Cottles did a heck of a job at Burton. Patterson's did a heck of a job at
Yeah,
Holston.
they sure have.
All right. Got anything else there before we wrap it up?
Don't take the J&J shot. Well, you can't now.
Pretty good advice. All right, well, we'll be back here right next week.
Yeah.
Be back here next
We'll
week.
be here until Wise plays Appomattox.
All right. All right. Until next time, I'm Coach Moore,
Coach Tester.
Coach Krieger.
reminding you that you can set a man on fire. He'll stay hot all day. Good day.